So I'm back here in California for a bit. Good to see my Auntie Ruth. Tammy and I are at her house this weekend. Been a pleasure taking care of my Uncle Pete out there in West Virginia. I'll be back there soon. I have a lot of goals I'd like to see implemented. I am about 120 plus days with no pharmaceuticals, and I'm doing quite well. I have to say this last 2 years is somewhat of a blur. I spent the last 3 months kind of working hard, um, getting this stuff out of my system and physically working hard, doing a lot of yard work and exercise and things like that. So I'm feeling pretty good. I did not realize how traumatized I was going through that titration off of methadone. So I've been looking back on a lot of things and realized I was wrong in a lot of things, or at least went about, although I was right, went about things the wrong way. So I'm doing good, and I will have a story to tell about um, getting off of pharmaceuticals. Some people it's heroin. With me, it was methadone. My doctors gave it to me for pain, for blowing my back out. Um, Something unlike I've never experienced before, being on this side of it. Looking back on the last 2 years, because it's been about 24 months, I would say. Looking back on the last 2 years, uh, just wasn't in my right mind. Um, Emotions really out of whack. Moments of lucidity, but poked and pried at by. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not giving any excuses for my behavior. But I do have legitimate diagnoses from psychiatrists, and the trauma and stress of detoxing pushed me over the edge. Um, I'm just letting everybody know where I'm at. Some of you care, some of you could care less, but there are many out there who know who I am, the person I am, and I'm going to move forward, admit my wrongs. There are many. I do have to admit um, that I was kind of um, a bully myself. Um, I went into a park last year, Halloween actually, and then I kind of went too far with it. Some of the trauma of detoxing and my what we believe provisionally to be dissociative personality disorder brought on by some trauma from well, basically being undiagnosed all of these years, being neurodivergent. So I'm a much calmer person these days. Um, I was just in the wrong context. The devil caught me off guard, caught me saying stupid things, going down to levels that I shouldn't have gone down to. But I'd like everybody to know I'm going to own it, and I'm going to do better. And I encourage everybody else to own whatever faults they have. No big deal. Because the people that want to poke at you, they don't care about you anyway. So I've had a life of total misunderstanding. Most people misunderstand me. Most people don't understand me because far be it from me um, to be prideful. I used to be, but it used to be over my drumming. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. Because in my picture, I mean, aren't I one of the most handsomest guys you've ever seen? I mean, look at me. I have aged a lot over the last few months, but dang, I am pretty. Uh, folks, that kind of dialogue for me, or monologue, or whatever you want to call it, that's called a defense mechanism. Um, because the actual opposite is true about me. Um, I can be very easily brought to tears. My heart could be crushed. Um, I'm actually very hurt by quite a few people here on the YouTubes, people that I opened my heart up to, cared about. Um, Again, I can't excuse any of my behaviors. There's no excuse for them. But there is a reason behind it. I wasn't mentally healthy. I'm still not mentally healthy, but I'm getting better. I actually can't read for more than 5 minutes. I probably should say I can't read. Wayne's World clip, the Oscar clip. And I never learned how to read. Anyway, there's my craziness coming out. Am I crazy? Yes and no. Um, Lots of trauma in life. Disciplined in the area of my disability. I have a learning disability. Um, I do have a dissociative um, personality disorder. Um, the personalities do know. And by the way, I'm not acting right now. I know a lot of people can't take me serious because this is a deflection thing. I started playing an idiot on the YouTubes this last year, and I played it good. I played the role very, very well. So I'm just recording how's Kenny doing. And I was just mentioned I've been an idiot for the last year or so. Tammy doesn't agree. She says I'm perfect, which I think I said you disagreed. I told you I'm recording something. I know you don't want to be part of my recording, but but I am the king of narcissists, and this is my world. So, anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Tammy thought I was talking to myself, which I do. What was I saying? Um, I am, like I said, I am doing quite well now, health-wise. I eat better. I walk about 5 miles a day. I'm down to 180 pounds. Um, I am a small-framed man, although I am 6 foot, but I am medium build. Um, I've been able to gain some muscle, even though my arms are spaghetti arms, as some have said. But it makes me fast, and that's important for a drummer. And as I've started to pick up and work out with my Taekwondo, and I've been working with the Japanese bow staff, the short staff, about the size of a cane or a little bit longer, because I used to twirl the baton in the parade on the 4th of July. Now I'm lying. Because now I'm totally off track, I might as well stop this recording. I just wanted to say I'm going to do better, and I invite everybody to follow my journey. During my times of lucidness, I put in on my YouTube channel. I know that I'm out of my mind, so to speak, but I'm doing these things to really kind of be experimental on my own mind. Seeing the crazy that I was going through. And lo and behold, we are in the world of reality TV. And I just know that my story will help somebody. I mean, I'm not excusing anything whatsoever. Um, because I have dissociative personality disorder, I can third person myself. And that's why I could outwardly, objectively know what I was doing, which makes it really worse when it comes down to it, in one sense, because I knew I was being a bully. But the pain that I had inside, and the fact that I was kind of numb, emotionally numb, excused it for me. And so I really just engaged in uh, being Darth Vader. I was ultimately a victim, and then I used my victimhood to victimize others. And I left a lot of pain in my wake when I went out to West Virginia. And I fixed myself in West Virginia, being with my Uncle Pete. Or I should say, the Lord fixed me, Uncle Pete fixed me, Aunt Linda fixed me. And now I'm back in California making right the wrongs that I did. And then I'll be going back to West Virginia to take care of my Uncle Pete. And then I'll be back in California and then back in West Virginia and back and forth. And I still have a great desire to start um, Rhodes Heritage College there. I really want to help drug addicts and people that have gone through situations like myself and have felt alone, because I definitely felt alone. A lot of ways I ostracized myself, but in other ways, um, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. I had to go to a safe spot. For some, that might be rehab. For me, it was going to my Uncle Pete and Aunt Linda's and having the opportunity to, preach for him and kind of submit myself to his authority. And Aunt Linda and Uncle Pete didn't mince any words to me. They helped me out, helped me see my error, but also helped me see a bigger picture of the nature of humanity, others' errors, but then not holding others' errors against them. And that's what is hard, and that's what I'm working for. Because I have been a tormented soul all my life. Uh, Doctors never could help me in the sense of my anxiety, panic disorder, in the sense of just throwing pills at me. But as we all know, I've been getting off of all that crap. And I got off of all the crap at the same time. Because I knew I was going to suffer, but I didn't know I would have a traumatic, manic, neurotic, crazy episode that I would go in and out of and not even know I was going in and out of it. That's the whole nature of being ill. It's like you don't know you're ill. Except for me, I am pretty ill, pretty chill. I don't know, maybe bad joke for this time of being serious, but this is my heart. Um, don't know if I'm actually going to interact with people on YouTube, at least not for a long while. Um, Probably just to protect myself. I feel very insecure right now because I feel victimized, even though I was a villain during this time. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Although I was born a rambling man. But look at how handsome I am. Goodness gracious. Look at those dreamy eyes. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, that is a defense mechanism of somebody who is fundamentally insecure. If we're actually playing psychologist on YouTube like I do, and we're trying to figure everything out. Kenny is a very insecure person.